So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert Jim Beglin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
Really is quite a sight to behold this. It feels like a big game, it looks like a big game. Mind you, they all do at this ground. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Kimmich got a long way forward to join the attack. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Look at the space here.
We're in the presence of goalkeeping greatness, a man with total command of his defence.
I say I wouldn't fancy going eyeball to eyeball with him.
No, I mean, I always like a vociferous keeper, and Oliver Kahn would be perfect for me.
Oh, perfectly measured that. He is through here. He's had a shot! Bellingham. Hernandez. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Kimmich. Now it's Kimmich, and he's got the shot away! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Good read, needed to be. Kimmich gets rid without sophistication. Vietnam are looking to go forward now. Messi. Now it's SÂM BÉO. Oh, that is a... He's had a hit! Goal! First blood drawn. Well, it would have been harder to miss.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
A 1-0 lead established.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
He made it look a bit predictable. Oh, that's a cracking ball. Too quick for defence and keeper.
Kimmich.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Partey. Bellingham. Dembele. Burn cuts it out. Oh no, that was never going to make it. Kimmich. Partey. Oh, nicely intercepted. Bellingham. And he's had it nicked away. Mbappe. And Hernandez. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Pull it there! Oh, taken with style! Oh, offside.
Yeah, the referee hadn't spotted his assistant's raised flag. He has now, so he's ruled the goal out for offside.
Disappointment and relief on either side. Nothing doing. 15 minutes till half-time. Bellingham. Hernandez. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Dembele is flagged offside. Llorente, and that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And he was quick to react. Kimmich. And here's Messi. Vietnam couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. And he skips past his man. Kostic could try cutting inside here.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
He's had a fair tumble under that challenge.
Okay, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
And he's straight offside. And it's Hullet. Passes short and sharp. Hernandez deals with that comfortably. Bellingham. Nicely aimed pass. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. Pull it. Rummenigge. He can run onto that. And he's on his way.
Has been indicated.
And the shot. They've scored. Sporting are all square.
Sporting clearly executed that with considerable confidence. It only took seconds to score once the ball was recovered.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Yeah, it's a very good contest with two very good sides and with such great individuals.
And we hit half-time. Sporting head back in at the break after a first half that has been, from a scoreline point of view in any case, an even one. Both sides have contributed in equal measure, neither looking overly under pressure from the other. And at the break, glass half full, half empty. It's 1-1. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Yeah, I think they'll be happy with that scoreline. I just hope the second half is as good as the first. It's been pulsating stuff.
Well, the scoreline indicates a pretty tight game, but there has been a lot of action in it. And pull it! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
It's their second corner of the game. And that was somewhat errant. Kimmich. And it's Dembele. Mbappe. Osimhen. Good pressure, determined, intense. Oh, well played, well sorted out. And here's Osimhen.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Bellingham kept his eye on it, and he's there. Oh, good-looking ball. Rodri. Mbappe will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Kimmich being hunted in packs.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind them up in the process, Peter.
Rummenigge. An attempt which, in hindsight, was probably just beyond him.
Well, he's never the sort to doubt his own capabilities. Always fancies himself, no matter what the situation.
Oh, what a climb! It's loose now, and they want to get it back. And now a sudden chance to counter. Quality ball. Nice interception, well timed. Rodri. Now it's Osimhen.
The attendance for this match was
In with the challenge.
72,306.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Rummenigge was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Well, that pass isn't the best. Now he's off and running. Sporting have got it back and they'll have another go. Kimmich. He is just caressing the ball. That's a bad place to challenge. What's he giving? No, the referee's judged that the offence took place outside the area. Well, he can't say now that he hasn't been warned.
Yeah, and he has to change his ways, or this referee could soon change his status.
Denied by a great piece of goalkeeping.
Well, I thought his starting position was good, and that helped the keeper to judge the flight of the ball and deal with it well.
Rummenigge. Oh, this is a great position. Dembele. Bellingham, the puppet master, looking to pull the strings. Kostic. Just about up to 75 minutes.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
And it's Hullet. Oh, he's getting hounded, really hounded.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Big chance! Goal! Sporting! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! That is so good, such sharp skills and such a delicious finish.
That's what he lives for, Peter. Not a lot more to add.
Substitution on the field. Number 16.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Ibrahima Konate.
Well, this is what we've been waiting
Number
for.
19.
Well, I think you can write this lot off at your peril. It's been a joy to watch them hold themselves right back into it. Now, can they have...
Number 18.
That's a decent clearance.
Number 13.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Number 29.
Nuno Mendes.
Karen Wan-Bissaka. Number 17.
And here's Bellingham.
Modric. Substitution
Can he
in
get it
progress.
through?
Bellingham really added the width there, thanks to...
Can he put it away? Bellingham. Rummenigge. Oh, what a ball! Oh, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick.
Well, to be honest, he thrives on this type of opportunity. Training ground rehearsals make him see these situations as a welcome challenge.
Well, this looks promising in terms of distance and angle. Shot could be... And a shot! They want to be quick to recover this. And now they can clear their lines.
Sporting certainly don't need to overcommit now. Their priority lies further back.
Modric. Well, that is one way to stop him. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Now it's Hullet. Rummenigge. Nuno Mendes. Stood up well to him there. Ødegaard. And we're done. Sporting have won it by sheer force of character. As winning teams do, they managed to find that little extra when they needed it. Rummenigge picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there.
I'd like to ask you to join
What a turnaround victory from the jaws of defeat. Enjoy that, Jim.
They've taken advantage of some complacency, Peter, but if you're offered a chance to do that, then you've got to be ready to pounce.
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
And we have in front of us this gloriously imposing arena. Absolutely perfect for a game of this nature. Things have got underway here pretty promptly.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover. We're in the presence of goalkeeping greatness, a man with total command of his defence.
I say I wouldn't fancy going eyeball to eyeball with him.
No, I mean, I always like a vociferous keeper, and Oliver Kahn would be perfect for me.
Superb goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
No other outcome there. That was bang in the corner, unstoppable.
So, a breakthrough already. And there's green grass ahead of him. So, big chance! Sticks it away! They have heard the starter's pistol and come racing out of the blocks. And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Yeah, and all engineered, Peter, by some smart running and movement. That's already something to admire, but how about the pass? Just wonderful. Loved it.
Real chance! Well, that is asking for trouble. Chooses shapes to shoot. Lacking in accuracy. He's looking to set free a runner. Kostic. Oh, good-looking ball. Great challenge, timed to perfection. Sporting have scored 2 quick goals here and are firmly in the driving seat. 2-0 the score. That's been cut out, well played. Musiala. Now it's SÂM BÉO. Olise. Neither of these two want to come off second best. That's been drilled in.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Oh no, no circumventing this opponent. Llorente. And here's Son Heung-min. The defence opting here for strength in numbers.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
And it's Son Heung-min. He's found a way through. It's Son Heung-min! Yes! And they are cruising away. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Sporting find a position of real strength now. Bellingham. No way through, so back it comes. He's in a grip. Can he put it away? Has another go. They've done it! That is lovely, finished with amazing expertise.
Oh, that's a measured delight. The curl he applied was immaculate.
So is this the start of a comeback?
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Son Heung-min. Can he finish? He has done it! And look at his joy! Is this not why we love the game?
Well, there's always a chance of being caught like that when you surrender the football.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
And the frightening thing is, Peter, this isn't even a surprise. He thrives in these situations.
Sporting grab a 3-goal lead. It's just too easy. Mbappe. That is a brilliant interception. Now it's Son Heung-min. That's really nicely played. There's the shot! No mistake!
Yeah, they've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes in those areas are very punishable.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. So just... And the finish! It's in!
Well, you've always got to have players that are willing to make the runs. And when you keep plugging away, that will happen.
Sporting blast themselves into a 3-goal lead. Bullet. Konate kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Now that looks a decent ball. He has found a way through. He's only too happy to take that back. Llorente, can he finish? Keeper's got his work done.
Oh, no, that was a chance. What a chance.
And this could be the
Substitution on
final
the
action of the
field.
first half.
Number 27, coming on to replace him is number 15, Osimhen.
That's a decent clearance. Osimhen. Now Mbappe. Nice interception, well timed. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And the half-time whistle goes.
Sporting have been simply outstanding in the first half. There doesn't seem to be a single weakness in their team.
And
should
a quick
that not
reminder
change,
today, everybody,
they could
to
go
make
big
sure
from
to
here.
put any litter in the bins provided.
Sporting
Thank
three
you for your
ahead after a
cooperation.
remarkable half. Who knows how many more will follow. Whistle goes, and we start the second half. Kimmich. Olise. And he welcomes it in. Bellingham. Now it's Kimmich. Well, that is a smashing piece of defending from him. Opts to play it back.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
Osimhen. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And here's Osimhen. Has a go! Bellingham. And he's gone backward here. Lovely ball and a real chance. And the shot! And it's in! And they are right back within touch! That was easy. Almost too easy.
Well, it doesn't have to look spectacular. Why complicate simplicity?
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Vietnam give themselves a fighting chance, back in with a shout. He's coming under serious pressure here.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
Aims beyond the defence. He's had a shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Kimmich is very much the model of the modern-day fullback.
Was 71,649.
Son Heung-min. Oh, well played. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Olise. Could have been dangerous, but it came to nothing. Mbappe! Not pretty, but it gets the job done.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
Now it's Kostic. Bellingham. Musiala. Musiala. Vietnam finding their passes. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Passing is crisp and sharp. And that's an excellent interception. Kostic.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Kostic. And it's hoisted clear. Nuno Mendes. Short changes him with that pass. Now it's Osimhen. Olise. Well read, nice interception. Partey.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
He won't be happy with that one. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. They played right into his path. Kostic.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And he's in on goal. Great hit. Loose ball now, and there's a chase onto it. And another try. And he's following up. He should have put that one away.
He'll be fuming with himself for not converting. He could have killed it off.
Kimmich is sporting a guilty look after that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Llorente. Look at the space here. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Nuno Mendes. Osimhen. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside.
Substitution on the field. Number 42.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Number 25. Nuno Mendes. Number 5. Bellingham.
Nuno Mendes.
Number 3. Ruben Diaz.
Osimhen.
Coming on the field.
Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time.
Number 7.
Mbappe.
Hernandez.
He's seen that early.
Number
Used a certain
18.
sixth sense. Chance!
Number 13.
Decent enough try.
Substitution.
And we're done. Sporting can reflect on a job really well done. Superior tactically, physically and mentally. All round the better side. It turned into a very, very smooth ride.
And now, to all members of the crowd,
What are
I'd
your
like
thoughts
to
on
ask
today's
you
game
to
then,
join
Jim?
me in wishing
Sporting
our
definitely
birthday boy
impressing
a
me here,
very special
especially the way
birthday.
that attack clicked. Whether it was link-up play, running in behind, this has just been a great day at the office.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage.
شو حبيت شو دريت مش عايزة غيرك انت ليا وانا ليك خدتك مش عايزة بريك yeah ماما ايه ماما ماما ايه ماما ماما ايه اعمل ايه ماما ماما yeah ماما ماما yeah ماما yeah ماما ماما yeah ماما ماما yeah ماما انت ليا وانا ليك خدتك مش عايزة بريك 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 ماما ايه ماما ماما ايه ماما ماما ايه اعمل ايه ماما ماما yeah ماما ماما yeah ماما yeah ماما ماما yeah ماما ماما yeah ماما ايه ماما ايه ماما ماما ايه ماما ماما ايه اعمل ايه ماما ماما yeah ماما ماما yeah ماما yeah ماما ماما yeah ماما ماما yeah ماما ايه
Veneno, pinga da boca daquela cobra. Eu tava me olhando, mudiando, olhei pra ela e digo: sou vaqueiro, marajoara, esses olhos de cobre se encontram com meu. Acho que vai me encantar. Numa cantiga presença do vagalume no chuveiro, perfume no vento querer espalhar. Veneno, pinga da boca daquela cobra. Eu tava me olhando, mudiando, olhei pra ela e digo: sou vaqueiro, marajoara, esses olhos de cobre se encontram com meu. Acho que vai me encantar. Numa cantiga presença do vagalume no chuveiro, perfume no vento querer espalhar.
Ngào ngủ, ngọt ngào hóa vô vị. Anh vẫn nhớ em điên cuồng bất chấp mọi khía cạnh vô lý. Dù biết anh trong em bây giờ chỉ là hình hài một người dân, không là bạn, không là thù, trong lòng cũng không còn chỗ đứng, nhưng anh vẫn thương. Thương em như cách mà anh vẫn từng, chỉ khác sự quan tâm bây giờ là âm thầm sau lưng. Anh giả vờ hạnh phúc để không phải giải thích nỗi buồn, tập quên em bằng mọi cách dù đó chưa bao giờ là điều anh muốn, nhưng sẽ ổn thôi. Như cách em thường nói, mạch nước ngầm dù trôi về đâu vẫn sẽ âm ỉ nơi đầu nguồn sâu thăng trầm. Cũng đến lúc học cách buông, im lặng và biến mất. Tự mình khắc ghi quá khứ, khắc kỷ niệm, anh khắc tên em trong tiềm thức như chuyện hoa bất tử. Không còn thấy cũng chẳng thể chạm suốt đời, chỉ để trong tim cất giữ.
Em từ mây là chân trên trời, anh từ cây vô thân bên đời. Trong chờ nhau với con chân tình, nhưng buồn hay tình ta vẫn cứ lặng thinh, khóc một mình. Ta bên nhau bao lâu anh vẫn xa nhau từng ngày, bao yêu thương mãi mãi chẳng hết. Veneno, let me go.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi, everyone. The excitement has really picked up now, and I'm eager for the action to start.
Great hit!
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
Vinicius Junior will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Pullet looks to get on the end of this. Oh, nicely intercepted. Well, he's hit it long, but astray. That's a lovely, neat pass. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, Peter, this guy, Ruben Dias, has been a revelation. I'd say his two strengths are the aggression with which he leads the defensive line and the awareness that never seems to fail him. That makes him a very stern
He's had a shot! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Argentina certainly look a very capable counter-attacking team. They're direct, they're quick, and to be honest, they're full of belief that it'll pay off.
Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Oh, that's a waste.
Look, his thinking was more audacious than his attempt.
Bruno Fernandes. Koundé. Takes it. Goes in for the header! Goal! Argentina! Great header, made it look easy.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Argentina have penetrated for the first time.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Kostic. Now this is an adventurous run down that left-hand side. Now it's Kostic. There's the cross. That was always going to be the keeper's. That's been cut out, well played.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Llorente. Isak delivers the ball. It's a mighty effort! Firm header just off target.
He did so well there, it's just a shame about the accuracy.
And we have our very first corner. Sporting are looking to go forward now. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Kostic, and he's managed to get free. Argentina look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack. When they win it back, they're not wasting any time. They're just trying to get the runners away as quickly as possible.
Rummenigge providing an outlet on that flank. Brilliantly cut out. Bruno Fernandes is firing after that one. Koundé hurtling down that right flank. Rummenigge. Kostic. Cross flung it. Terrific header. It's there. Sporting are all square. All over in seconds. That's what they can do to you.
Quick, decisive and unerring. A textbook example of how to turn defence into counter-attack. That'll do for me every time.
Sporting grab the shot and goal! Goal! Argentina! And they've got their lead back.
Oh, that was a cracking little exchange to set up the finish, and a lovely understanding between both players. I mean, that's clearly tailored on the training ground and delivered beautifully on match day.
Argentina take the lead. Well-timed, excellent interception. Llorente running with the ball. Rummenigge. Oh, that's a fine interception. Koundé.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Bruno Fernandes. Kostic. Llorente. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Bruno Fernandes. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. This possibly the last play of the half. That's a decent clearance. Partey. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. And back to the goalkeeper. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. So half-time, no shortage of action and talking points at both ends of the field. 3 goals to light up the crowd. And a fair reflection of the territorial state of play with the half-time scoreline 2 goals to 1. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides.
Well, it's still anyone's game, as both sides have shown they have goals in them. As for the next one, should it arrive, that may have a bigger bearing as to who emerges victorious.
And we are already promptly back underway.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Kostic, Rummenigge. Oh, that was vital. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Konate. Kostic.
Oh, great feat, that.
Oh, that's nice. And he's heaved it away. Kostic. Aimed in towards the centre. Has a look and place it forward. Llorente. And that could set him on his way. Nunez! Oh, that was venomous. Rummenigge is being harried and hassled.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
Kostic. Llorente. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now then, the ball's come loose. Kostic cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
Now that's well seen too.
Sporting are definitely going about this the right way.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
That has not gone well. Kostic. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Byrne does well to get it back. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Tries a shot! Oh, denied! Brilliantly!
Kostic actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
That has earned a reprieve for the time being. And now a sudden chance to counter. Llorente, closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Can he finish? Goal! And this is getting better and better. Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Yeah, and I think we may have had too many defenders ball watching then because they just lost sight of the real danger.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
Oh, he's been unstoppable in this match. Every single time he's been in possession.
And the shot! And it's there! And the lead is extended still further. It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Argentina blast themselves into a 3-goal lead.
No doubt as to who has the momentum here now. The only doubt is how many is coming.
And he's being shifted off it. And the ball's gone astray. Byrne. Llorente. Gilberto Silva. Bruno Fernandes.
Oh, that's such a good run. More of that, please.
In by Llorente. Heads it! That's a decent clearance. Van Balten gets across to intercept that. Llorente. Great chance! In he goes again. Great football, shot and save.
Está a acontecer uma substituição.
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
The keeper beats it away. Ruben Diaz. He's got plenty of space out wide here.
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he?
Foram indicados 4 minutos de
Into a
compensação.
minimum of 4 minutes additional time. Now it's Hullet. No way through, so back it comes. Reinders. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. A tale of two teams, one irresistible, unstoppable, the other fragile.
So keep on fighting, find the horizon, better rewind, no man is an island, sounding the sirens, we unite, let good things ripen, done with the silence, clear your mind, and shake with the virus. I got all my people out here shining, show you how we do, representing that.
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi, everyone. The excitement has really picked up now, and I'm eager for the action to start.
Such scenes here, a sea of team colours, songs ringing down. Can he put it away? Superb goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Nunez demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his...
And the shot! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. And we have our very first corner. Keeper has taken decisive action. Sporting are looking to go forward now. Now it's Kostic. Kostic finds himself offside. And he's had it nicked away. Rummenigge. Isak was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Musiala. Ruben Dias getting this one clear. And they can counter here. Rummenigge. Aim forwards. Isak. Partey. Rummenigge. He's found a way through. There's the hit! Wan-Bissaka. Shot could be on. Ruben Dias with the clearance. Rummenigge. He's got the shot away! They've got to be quick to recover this. Gilberto Silva. Well read, nice interception. Oh, easy pickings there. Quality ball. Vinicius Junior. Works it forward.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Rummenigge. This is promising. Partey. Argentina look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack. When they win it back, they're not wasting any time. They're just trying to get the runners away as quickly as possible.
And now the breakaway. Konate gets over and intercepts.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Partey. Rummenigge gets his pass away. Oh, super ball. Oh, can he get onto this? Vinicius Junior. And here's Isak. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him. I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Llorente. Ruben Dias. Gilberto Silva cuts it out.
Okay, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Llorente. Ruben Dias. Not the most accurate pass. Just the keeper to beat Rummenigge! And yes, it's there! They are right back in business.
And it's another really good show of character. I love the spirit and togetherness they muster. Never know when they're beaten. Yeah, they've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes in those areas are very punishable.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
He's picked his way through. Kostic. There's the shot! Oh, and that is really good tenacity.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
That's a decent clearance.
Foram indicados 2 minutos de compensação.
Over to the left. Now it's Kostic. Could move up a gear here. Short changes him with that pass. Kostic. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? And there is the half-time whistle. A pretty decent watch this, and each side has contributed in equal part. A couple of very good goals for the crowd to enjoy, and a game which is right on the edge. At half-time, it's 1 each. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
That was a fantastic 45 minutes of football. I'm really hopeful of more of the same in this second half.
That's a really interesting game, and they head in at half-time at 1-1. So it's back to business.
Sporting are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Llorente, and that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Rummenigge in acres of space out wide. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Gilberto Silva, Vinicius Junior. Here's Llorente. Musiala, and here's Musiala. Kostic. Can he spark a counter here? Ruben Dias. Great work on the overlap. Cleared without hesitation. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Ruben Dias gets across to intercept that. Kostic. Moved on forwards. Ruben Dias spots it and intercepts. Koundé. Now Gilberto Silva. Bullet being hounded, manhandled at times.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
That was a good run. The defence looked beaten there. Argentina ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. Rummenigge goes on a run down the left wing. Punched away. Llorente. Gently done. Rummenigge. He's in space and looking for options. Up he goes! Goal! Sporting! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Yeah, for me, this team seems to find it easier to attack than defend, but now they're going to need to dig in at the back a bit.
Partey. Oh, that's fabulous. Well, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
He's in here!
That's what has to be done now, no question about it.
They're coming again and again.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now. Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Oh, great defending. That needed doing. "75 minutes played. Vinicius Junior going face-to-face with his great rival. And that's clear-cut. It's a free kick. really well cleared. And they're quick to get it back. Kostic. This might spell danger.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Looking for the runner. And the shot! And it's in! Once more they've done it! They just will not lie down!
I could watch this every week, Peter. Talk about strength of character. Wonderful.
There was no getting to that. No getting to it at all. Expertly done.
He weighed up the landscape, Peter, and he stuck it bang in the corner.
So all square, and not for the first time.
Well, the big question now is whether they can keep the energy levels up and try and grab a winner.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. They'll have one final crack at it.
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
He has found the way through. And the finish! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Mateus Cunha clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper. Yeah, and the jostling for position has begun. There's hardly any breathing space in that box.
Wan-Bissaka strokes it back.
He's got no choice here. He had to go backwards.
Argentina have the chance to go the other way. Now, what about a counter-attack? And the number on the board is 3. Bruno Fernandes. And there's green grass ahead of him. Nunez looks to get on the end of this. And that will be the final act. A good watch, a really good watch. Both sides toiling to try and outthink, outsmart each other. But it wasn't to be, and they're all square. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Listen, the more this game went on, a draw was always likely to be on the card. So, overall, I don't think anyone will be complaining too much about what they've got.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening. So the wait is over, we can finally get going. Welcome to everybody who has joined us for this unmissable game. Hugely anticipated, hugely hyped, undoubtedly the place to be at this moment in time. And we have in front of us this gloriously imposing arena, absolutely perfect for a game of this nature. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running. It's Silva! And they can counter here. Over to the left. Oh, he's found support out wide. And here's the chance to counter. Solid defending, refused to be out-muscled. He ran himself into trouble there, free kick given away. Rice. And it's Silva. Mbappe! Mbappe! He scored!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes. The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. He's picked his way through. Seedorf. And it's Messi. Pull it. Messi.
That's positional gold. The utilisation of space.
Pull it. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Valverde.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. Now it's Rafa Silva.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort.
It's Silva! Oh, that's horribly mistimed, and it's given penalty. Sporting present their opponents with the best possible chance here. Schmeichel looking to stare down to unsettle the taker. Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
A picture of confidence. That was never missing.
Poland are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal.
He gets big, and it's come back out to him. Same again, same outcome.
They're just lacking a cutting edge, Peter, and while that's fairly obvious, the rest of their attacking play is actually quite good.
Pull it. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Valverde. Mbappe.
Mbappe, well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Roberto Carlos in acres of space out wide. Up he goes! No, not the best of headers.
Well, we were anticipating this. They're very much set up for the counter-attack, and I don't see it changing anytime soon.
Cannavaro cuts out the pass. He's looking to set free a runner. Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Poland clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Rafa Silva! Alvarez! Surely now they are well and truly out of sight. And again, they simply do not know what has hit them. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Look, that's one of the first things you learn, whether you're a striker or not. Just anticipate a goalkeeping parry or spillage, and sometimes you'll get lucky. It'll come your way.
Poland find a position of real strength now. And that's definitely not his best. And it's Hullet. Valverde. Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? Hullet does really well to win the ball there.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
Great ball if he can get there. He's found a way through. In with a header! They've scored!
That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash.
The goal scorer after 40 minutes is number 13, Didier Drogba.
So, just a consolation, or is there a way back from here? And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Roberto Carlos, and here's Messi. Maldini. Can he put it away? Now, who's going to be first to this? Decent progress down the left. Hullet.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Kubo. Mbappe. He can run onto that. Oh, that's a fine interception. Seedorf. And it's Roberto Carlos. Hullet. It's a good run down the left-hand side. Hullet is fouled. Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And it's half-time here.
A quick reminder today that smoking is only allowed in areas shown on this map. Thank you for your cooperation.
Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Well, this half might require them to produce a plan A, B and C. Levelling the score is easier said than done, but that will be the target. Get back on terms and then use that momentum to go again.
Hangs big header! There it is! Oh, flags up, so that won't count.
Oh, his goal-scoring celebrations are going to be cut short. The flag was up for offside, even if the referee didn't spot it straight away.
Disappointment and relief on either side. Nothing doing. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Played over towards the opposite flank. Eze. Valverde. Rafa Silva. Kubo.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Now it's Messi. He's shifting through the gears here. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Valverde. And here's Alvarez. And the ball's a good one here. Cannavaro did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Kubo. Kubo! to retrieve it.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now
The
they've got to
attendance for
stir
this
a
match
revival.
was 71,550.
Valverde charging forward, the ball at his feet. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Encourage the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
That's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And it's Drogba. Koundé gets over and intercepts. No way through. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Rafa Silva goes steaming forward. Kubo. And he's in on goal. Can he finish? They've done it! And the lead is extended still further. Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was...